Hi there. Welcome into Leveraging Your Reality, where mindset meets movement. I'm Shavon Terrell Camper, your partner in growth as you become a healthier you, a healthier parent, a healthier spouse, and a healthier leader. Today's topic is interesting. I was actually talking to one of my aunts, and she was telling me that she's been trying to drink more water, but not doing well and just trying to figure out how to do it better. And this is a common thing that people come with. It's like, hey, I'm trying, it's not working. And people get stagnant and I'm trying, it's not working, because after a certain amount of I'm trying, it's not working, we tend to stop and give up. And there's a hack in all of this. A lot of times when we are doing our goals, we call them that, when we're going after the things that we want, we often make our first measure the actual goal. So we could use the example of water. So if with the water the goal is to drink 60 ounces a day, most people will be like, all right, I'm going to get this jug and I'm going to chug these 60 ounces and I'm just going to do it. And most people will fail because their skill of intaking a large amount of water, they're not built up for that yet. So we so often try to start at our end destination, and this is why we fail. If you haven't drank 60 ounces of water at all in a day last month, starting at 60 isn't ideal. So we have to see the things that we're doing, whether it's an exercise routine, whether it's learning. We want to build up the skill and the muscle to get to our ideal versus expecting ourselves to already be at our ideal. So what I told her is, hey, let's break it down into smaller steps. Right now, like ideally you want to get to 60 ounces a day, but starting at 60 and making that the measure isn't really fair to yourself because you're not ready for that yet. So, some options. Instead of starting out with 60 ounces, it comes to this point of, all right, do I want to break it down to at least one day drinking 60 ounces? Or do I want to break it down with training myself to at least drink 20 or 30, wherever it is? Because if you look at your past 2 weeks and you realize, hey, on a daily basis, I tend to drink about 25, 30 ounces. All right, then we just want to bump it up a little bit. How do you get to 35 or how do you get to 40 and letting yourself build skill on top of to get to the 60? Same thing with the gym. This is a big one. People will go all in and they're like, I don't understand. I went all in for 2 weeks and then all of a sudden it was done. I stopped. I couldn't do anymore. It was too much too fast. So often we think that milestones aren't going to lay the foundation to bigger and more, but it does. And if you think about it, like with the gym, right? If your goal is to get to the gym at least 5 times a week for at least an hour, if for the next year you go to the gym once a week for an hour, it will actually be progress. It may not be the goal, but it's progress. Now, this approach doesn't work if you're trying to do it, just do it fast to check it off the list. These are like lifestyle changes. When you talk about, hey, I want to drink more water, I want to read more, I want to move my body more. These are lifestyle changes. You have the rest of your life to pull yourself up to it. It doesn't take long to pull yourself up to it, but that forcing yourself to do it doesn't work for most people. So I really suggest starting small. If it's the gym, hey, master once a week. When you've done a month or so of once a week and you do it consistently, now you're ready for twice a week. Master two. Once you master two, then you work your way up so that you get to have a lifestyle of going to the gym. The lifestyle may not be 5 days a week yet, but you're building up the skill of adding that into your lifestyle. So take a moment and look back at all the things where you get stuck or you stop and check yourself to see, was I starting at my ideal or did I allow myself to build up? And that should be a big difference maker in you building momentum, because that's what's most important, is that you want to build momentum more than anything else. And then as you get momentum, you can add more and more weight, time, whatever it is, you could add more to it. But if you don't ever build momentum and make it sustainable, you're going to always stop and start. Yep. With that said, keep in mind, growth isn't always easy, but when you're doing it in partnership with others, it becomes a lot more possible. If you like this content, be sure to subscribe below, share it with someone who needs the message. And remember, we don't grow alone, we grow together. Until next time, keep showing up and keep leveraging your reality.